Yeah, it's your boy Big Singleton Beats. My message is out there to you young creators, man, old creators, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Those out there producing, whether you're rapping, whether you're singing. You know what I'm saying? My message today is be you. You know what I'm saying? Be original. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta follow nobody else's, you know what I'm saying, format. You know what I'm saying? Nobody else's footstep. You know what I mean? If you feel you want to present something different to the game, then you do so. You know what I mean? We got too many marks out here already. You know what I'm saying? Everybody mimicking somebody else. You know what I mean? Getting flooded with it already. You know what I'm saying? Cats wonder why they ain't moving because they stagnated. You know what I mean? Still dipping with the same, they won't switch up for nothing. You know what I mean? You know, and I'm a cat like this, man. Like Tupac, for example. I just finished watching his brothers, the All Eyes on Me. And some one thing that stuck out with me was with Pac, bro. He didn't let no style, no genre, you know what I'm saying, stop him from where he was trying to get to. You know what I'm saying? Whether he got with Death Row and finally was comfortable and got to his style of music or got more things that he was willing to rap on, who knows? But the guy was able to do spoken word, read poetry, whole nine. Uh, Started out with Digital Underground. They had their own style, their own flavor. What we call commercial artists. You know what I mean today. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't of no gang. They wasn't of no thuggishness. You know what I mean? Just hip hop. That's what Digital Underground was, and he was able to perform with these cats, rap on these beats. You know what I'm saying? And when it was time for him to don't move on, he moved on. And no matter what ship he jumped to, he was able to defeat that battle, whatever it was. You know what I'm saying? Whatever track they gave him, he ate it up. You know what I mean? This is an artist, a versatile artist. You know what I mean? He doesn't have a preference. He's not stuck in a box. There's one thing about Pac, he wasn't going to keep him in a box. That's what my mentality is pretty much from Pac. You know what I mean? I'm old school. There's some things that you let into your world, but when you start to feel like a person's trying to change you, it stick out like a sore thumb. You know what I mean? A person can ask you, hey man, make me a beat similar to this beat, for an example that I'm playing. So, the flute or whatever that you hear playing, I might be able to mimic that. You know what I'm saying? The drum kicks, but there may be certain things in this track that, like I say, is unique and it was done by a different individual. So it's hard for you to try to be another individual. You know what I mean? That's why I say at the end of the day, it's best to be yourself. You know what I mean? All these other people were loved and liked for their own originality, not because they followed some suit. There's different chords. There's different. Now that today they want to try to make it a little bit more difficult for the producers and with this chord progressions and all this old type of here, whatnot. But don't get me wrong, it isn't such thing as it. But a lot of people back in the day when they played music, as long as it was in the same chord or, you know, they pretty much went off field. You know what I mean? They designed things in the way they saw fit. You know what I mean? And you as a writer, if your feeling is telling you to come a certain way about the way you're writing it, this is the way that you're feeling. You know what I mean? You're vibing to this track. This is the way this track is relating to you. It's speaking to you. So you're going to produce whatever the music is giving you. You know what I mean? And a lot of cats don't know that feeling because they either want to stick with a YGB, Blue Clan, Buck, whoever, Blue Buck Clan beat, or mustard beat, whatever it is, that's hot of the day, you know, that's what they want to go with. You know what I mean? And again, you ride on the coattail of somebody else, hoping that you can get a snag off this same vibe, this same fever, off this man's fever, though. You know, the same thing happened with T-Pain. You know, Zap, when he did the voice box, nobody else came and tried to do the voice box. You know what I mean? If they wanted it, they called Zap. You know what I mean? They called Roger. Straight up. You know, T-Pain brought it back. Did they go get T-Pain? I mean, maybe one or two cats did, but the next you know, everybody and their mama wanted to do the auto tunes. You know, we done took rap from spoken word, you know what I'm saying, to now we singing. Pretty much, you know what I'm saying, cats singing. If the beat don't sing to them, then you know they don't want the beat. You know, it can't be your boom bap no more. You know what I'm saying? We used to be able to just beat on the table, and all we had was a bass and snare, basically. You know what I mean? Didn't need no hi-hat, no nothing. And that was able to give you a pulse for you to rap to. You know, now, you know, we done took from R&B and brought it over to rap and bridged it. You know, you want to call it trap, whatever. It's sing rap, man. That's all that shit is to me. You know, I can do it. You can do it if you want to. It's all about finding a melodic flow within yourself. You know what I mean? And, you know, move on. But some people got to keep that same melodic flow in order to keep that, you know, and the beat stay the same, or something about the beat, you know, that they got to keep the same in order for them to keep the same, because their style, they don't want to change their style. You know, if you know, they like that the way they you know, that melodic flow, they like it, they fell in love with. So at the end of the day, you are in a box. You know what I'm saying? And right now it may be the popping thing, but like everything, you know, like it'll change. It'll become dead. You know, and those that are stuck in that realm and don't want to see no type of change or allow anything new or anything old in, even at that, you know, because old things come back, you know, as well. But when you go and box yourself to one style and one way of things, you know, you're there for a moment, but again, your time will pass you. You know, you wonder why certain other cats, you know, still thriving because they're able to move with whatever's just thrown at them. You know what I mean? And that's the way you want to be. You know what I mean? No, Snoop Dogg didn't too much, you know, care for a lot of the beats that was given to him when he went over and ran to Master P. You know what I'm saying? You know, but he made them work. You know what I'm saying? There was a couple of them that he made actually, you know, I still play them to this day. You know what I'm saying? You know, some nice little slappers, but they couldn't give him that Snoop Dogg sound. You know what I mean? Which Dre had given him. You know what I'm saying? You know? So again, if you want a Dre beat, you need to go to Dre. If you need a mustard beat, and you don't want a close to a similar, you know, a sound alike, hey, you need to go to that man, because first and foremost, you know, anyway, there's another man to steal from somebody else, man. You know what I mean? That's like me telling somebody to steal your raps. You know what I mean? Hey man, go listen to old boy music, man. You know, he ain't really cracking right now, or whatever the case it is. But man, just go listen to him and steal little pieces of his shit, and listen to somebody else steal a piece of their shit. You don't think that the person that wrote that shit ain't gonna pick it up? Same thing with music. The reason I don't like to sample, and I'm tired of people asking me to sample music. You know what I mean? Because the thing is, you sit up here, do all that work, sample the music, create all this, you know, you write to it and everything, get this big buzz from the beat, you know what I mean, in the song. Then come out, these people want to, you know, they want to hit you with a large ticket for the sample. You know what I mean? You ain't rightfully cleared it with nobody. You know what I'm saying? That's money especially if you're an artist and ain't got no money and you just starting out. This ain't the way you want to go with no sampling. So if a guy, you know what I'm saying, he's starting from scratch and you know what I'm saying, trying to develop his sound, and you two together, you know what I'm saying, both start ground up. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can feed off each other. You know what I'm saying? You know, but if you gotta have one thing one way, then you gotta go with that party. You know what I'm saying? That you really more so, you know, feeling. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to ever change an individual into becoming what you want them to be. Because at the end of the day, it's like giving somebody the next nigga raps and say it's about a life of crime and he ain't never lived that. He can't speak that with conviction. You know what I'm saying? And people will be able to hear it in his voice. Oh, that Mark there, he ain't live that, man. You can hear his voice. You know what I'm saying? He sound like a little this and that. You know, he saw, hey, he ain't live that, man. You know, or you can look at him and tell, hey, man, oh, man, he just spitting some shit he ain't heard. You know, people can see whether you being real or fake. You know what I mean? You know, real recognize real, and the fake recognize the fake. You know, and vice versa. Well, just as the fake recognize the fake, the real can recognize the fake as well. You know, you get to a certain age bracket in life, you just see things, man. You know, things become transparent. You know what I'm saying? And you can't be a fool to think that someone else don't see life like you do or see through some things like you do. You know what I'm saying? So why even wear a mask? Why even play around at the end of the day, putting on, faking the front, and, you know, or biting the next cat, another person's style. You know, that's why I got love for Timberland. You know, he was another cat, came to the game and changed the game. You know what I'm saying? Them beats was a shock when we first heard them. But as the world rocked with it and it had that groove, it just had the groove, you know. Forget the sounds and the way, you know, the different sounds that he's using. A groove is a groove. You know what I'm saying? You'll be a lie to say those tracks ain't smacking. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't go through all my tracks and tell me ain't none of my tracks smacking. You know what I'm saying? Not one. Nah, come on, bruh. You know what I'm saying? It's all about preference at this point now. You know, you're looking for a certain preference. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? But learn the difference of you having a preference opposed to crapping on a brother. You know what I'm saying? Because he ain't creating what your flavor is on at that moment. You know what I mean? But then again, understand you in a box though. And if this is your opportunity to do something with your music and try to shine, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you really fuck it up, you know what I mean, in the real sense though, because again, you ain't got a leg to stand on or somebody offering you studio time for free. You know, you ain't got to worry about paying nothing. You know what I'm saying? You got to get in there and make that shit work for you right now. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's what you call a hustler. You know, a person that's gonna make something happen no matter what. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, I had a producer, man. This dude was a jazz musician. You know what I'm saying? My manager hooked me up when it was his brother. You know what I mean? And we had ran into another dude, but this nigga he wants 16,000. You know what I'm saying? And he wanted some racks, and we didn't have that kind of money. So I took whatever his brother was able to give me, man. And what's crazy, you know, we make beats. Some beats got no snare, you know, no hi hats, and dude didn't have a whole lot going because, like I say, he didn't know what he was doing. You know, he was a jazz musician, and had we dropped that song today, it would have been a market for it. Cause like I say, it came on. It didn't have no hi hat, no nothing. It was just the beat, you know, pulsating. But you knew how to rock to the beat because regardless of this invisible snare, you knew it had a tempo, you know, and it was crazy. The song was called 187 Skills, and it did good. You know what I mean? It was a nice little song and shit. It grabbed some ears, you know, and got us to some other future studios and whatnot. But again, you know, we took it, made the best out of it, man, and it opened other doors up for us. You know what I'm saying? You know, no, we didn't blow up big off the song, but like I say, it made us take, it gave us a demo, you know what I'm saying, to where we was able to go, you know, take it to another cat, and like I say, they was able to crack a door open for us, you know what I'm saying, you know, and the guy was crooked, but that's another story. But still, that he, if it wasn't for that demo, we wouldn't have got in with dude, performed over at Studio East. We wouldn't have been able to got our second demo done. You know what I'm saying? You know, and you know, it just you got to be thankful for certain things. You know what I'm saying? Those little stepping stones in life. You know what I mean? Like I said again, dude. You know, he told us like, man, this ain't, you know, this ain't really me. This ain't really what I do. But I'm gonna try to do my best for you. You know what I'm saying? And man, he did his best for us. You know, and like I say, we took it and we put our vocals on this shit and laid this shit real nice, man. And the shit came out surprisingly decent, bro. Now, we was shocked. Me and this nigga look at each other like, bro, that shit sound hard. You know, he had a couple of gunshots in the shit. You know, but mind you, still through the whole beat, no snare. And it's the whole beat. You know, so this was even more strange to us. But like I say, had we presented that shit in today's time, you know, you got cats that'll go without the snare for a few, you know, 8 bars or so. You know what I mean? So what's another 8 bars? You know, even though even though the rest of the beat's gonna switch anyway, so it was still a switch on it. So it was like, man, it really didn't make a difference. So, but anyway, um, we didn't try to change old boy. You know my point. You know, we didn't make it feel bad or none of that, man. You know, cause like I say, at the end of the day, we was human ourselves, and we knew when a person say, "Hey, man, I'm gonna do my best to try to give you some," and we also looked at our own circumstance. Like, man, we ain't got no bread. This cat, they drove us out here to San Bernardino. Or they paid for our, well, actually, they didn't drive us. They paid for our train tickets to come on out, you know, what his brother did, you know, and my manager did. Yeah, my manager took care of that shit. Yeah, right. But he offered, you know, to pay for us to come on out and everything. It's been so many years ago. But yeah, uh, we celebrated the demo, went out to Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles when they first came out. All because it's my manager, you know, met a lot of cats, man. Too Short, ended up meeting him at over at a studio out in Hollywood. Him and the Dangerous Crew, they was performing, doing you know, working on a track or whatnot, and we caught them in a session, and it was real cool cats, man. You know, sat and chat with us, but again, you know, we wouldn't have had the opportunity to have met them, even though we didn't get a chance to work with them because that wasn't, you know, our mission at the time. We was trying to find a home, you know, actual studio, a record label, you know, to call home. You know what I mean? And but anyway, my main thing for you guys, man, you new producers to the game, like I say, singers, rappers, is, man, stay unique, man. Know when somebody's trying to change you. You know what I mean? It's a difference from, hey, a critique. You know what I mean? A person that critique you say, hey man, that shit right there, fire, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know, just say your little words a little clear right there, you know, or something like that. They be like, oh, all right, good looking out, my nigga. Yeah, that's a person trying to help you. You see, you know, and you making a beat. Person like, hey man, you know, change your bass line to what's the name bass line, man? That beat sounds similar. I'm like, well, no, because now you're gonna have to worry about copyright infringement. If you get too close a note with the same key as that other artist, I mean, or producer, then you might find yourself in court trying to explain that, you know, I just heard this by ear, or, you know, or you didn't mean to play it in the same exact chord, you know, or whatever. You can get sued, basically. Man. You can find yourself in court getting sued, mistaken. Basically they can mistake you as you sampling or stealing their music, basically. You know what I mean? So if the bass is off a note and you know the rest of the part of the beat, you know, it's pretty much on, hey, rock with it. That you can get away with. But a lot of cats don't understand that. you know. And when they hear the beat, that be that one little note that be different or all. But again, they looking for you to do the track exactly the way. They don't want similar. You know what I'm saying? Some don't believe that when you hear it a lot of times. Oh, maybe you check the similar. Half these motherfuckers, man, these brothers and cats, they want you to do the shit exactly. You know what I'm saying? And that's stealing. You might as well just go ahead and go to that producer, man, and work out a deal with him. Don't try to turn me into that kid. You know what I mean? Don't try to turn nobody into that. You wouldn't want nobody to try to turn you. And a lot of you stubborn, you know, don't want to change your rap style, don't want to, nobody tell you, to, hey man, add a space here, you know what I'm saying? That way you can read your shit better. Have you, you don't want to tell you shit about your shit. But you're free to want to tell somebody about how to do their shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm open, but to a degree. You see what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't mind doing certain little things, but if you're going to try to change me, man, overall to be like somebody else, just dead it. We can just dead it. You know? Just dead all that, you know, and we can move on. You know? Nobody mad, nobody. We're not matching. You know what I'm saying? We're not that match made in heaven. I got an artist I'm working with, man, right now, you know, and out of this brother mouth, man, oh man, your beat slapping, bro. You know what I'm saying? He got big dreams already. We already got some execs behind us off of some shit that I'm doing here at the house. You know what I'm saying? So they want me to come down to their studio and work my magic down there on their shit. You know what I'm saying? Opening their door, basically, where if it is some new stuff that I can get, you know, and can get my hands on, hey, I got that option basically now. You know what I'm saying? You know, and everything changes in time. You know, I tell people this shit all the time, man. You know, nothing stays the same. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do until you work your hands out the lion's mouth. You know what I mean? You know, if you ain't got nothing, like back in the day, man, like the Hustle and Flow, perfect example. Bro went over that dude's house with a baby ass keyboard. Whoop that trick, whoop that trick. Nigga, no, that shit. He was trying to make something happen from nothing. Because when you have faith that big, bro, when you truly believe in yourself, you ain't got to put it all on the beat. You ain't got to put it all on somebody else to make you shine. You gonna shine. You know what I'm saying? Eminem, at the end of the day, there was something about Dre beats that he wished was different. For the reason why he started producing and making his own beats after a while to develop more of his character and his sound that he was trying to go after. And unfortunately, you got a lot of cats that are break from the producers, man. You know, especially once they see what you're doing behind the scene or whatever, they'll break away from you, you know, and start doing their own thing. That's why you can't show everybody what you do, man. If that's your craft, that's your craft. Let these motherfuckers go to school, let them work hard, YouTube it, whatever, however long it took you to do it. Don't give them no shortcuts, man, because they will leave you. They will leave you, bro. You know, a lot of cats don't know what loyalty is, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, sometimes you gotta fight it tooth and nail with your, you know what I'm saying, with your producer, your squad, and the whole nine, until y'all make it across the finish line. You know what I'm saying? Once it become a you thing, I got motherfuckers that'll tell you, bro, you know, it becomes hard. You know what I'm saying? You know, you hear stories later, man, like, man, I wish I wouldn't have done it like that, bro. You know, with these cats, you know, they hit me like this, and, you know, and I get it, you know what I mean? But these are people that don't care about the foundation from which you come. You see what I'm saying? And it's up to us to make them understand that, you know what I mean? And they can't break that, bro. You know what I mean? You know. If you don't stand for something, you fall for anything, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Stay true to you, love what you do. You know what I'm saying? Understand the difference between critique and a person trying to change you. You know what I mean? It's always good to take some good input. You don't want to be stubborn. You know, you always want to be open to what's sensible though. The things that make sense. You know what I mean? You're singing. Hey man, if you can hold that note a little bit longer, hey, that motherfucker sound real nice or whatever. Just do it once, and you know, listen. I'll let you hear it, and if you don't like it, hey, cool. All right, we try that. Cause again, if I don't like it, we ain't gotta keep it. See what I'm saying? Those are things called you trying to work with a person. You know what I'm saying? That's working. That's collaboration. You see what I'm saying? Until y'all come up with this masterpiece. You go back to Master P, matter of fact. All his old tracks and shit, a lot of them wouldn't well mix right. A lot of shit, bruh. Soldier Boy had a little beat, garbage little beat, you know what I mean? Wasn't all mixed all great. But hey, Too Short, Freaky Tales. After he got signed, things got better. Went back, redid songs or whatever. You know, it's just a lot of y'all don't know that about the game, but you think you know everything and don't know nothing. You know what I'm saying? I've been in this thing since I was 9 years old, man. Like I said, I done been all over Hollywood. Talked to all kind of producers and record execs and whatnot. The hard way. A lot of y'all cats got it easy, man. Going to Distro, Kid, United Masters, CD Baby, all this shit they got today, man. Y'all got it easy, bro. We had to get out there, catch buses in the sun, all this, you know, knocking on studio door to studio door, you know, letting the nigga hear your shit. My homeboy, my big OG Smoke, my homeboy Smoke caught a nigga trying to steal my music. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to record my shit onto an DAT while I wasn't looking. But see, I didn't know nothing about it in a DAT. You know, he did. You know what I'm saying? He knew about, studio equipment to that magnitude. So he called dude, man, you know, it was almost about to put hands on him and the whole nine. We went through those type of struggles, bro. You know what I mean? It's a lot of older cats that can tell you, man, y'all need to be thankful of how y'all got it today. You know what I'm saying? And take advantage of it in any way possible, man. It's on you. Like Soldier Boy, man. Like I say again, that track, you go listen to it without no vocals on it, man. It's a lot of tracks. You can go take the vocals off of them and be like, they made those tracks shine. Brenda Had a Baby. Nigga, man, if you would have heard it by itself, you'd have just, yeah. But when Pac put them lyrics on it, tell me I'm lying. Somebody, tell me I'm lying, man. You know what I mean? Tell me I'm lying, I'm flying. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of cats, man, that came out with some track that wasn't of best quality, wasn't done by your top qualified producers, none of that, man. But they had the faith of a mustard seed. They had a catchy hook on it, you know what I'm saying, and some dope lyrics, you know what I mean, and the fan base to take over the shit by storm, bro. You know? And already, like I say, I got my little nephew coming home, man. And we've been working. We gonna work some more together. He got 500 tracks, man. I want y'all to get ready for this cat, man. Named Focus, coming straight out of Sacramento State Pen, man. You know, we about to change the game up, bro. You know what I'm saying? We about to bring it to you, man, on some real Singleton beats type ish, man. You know, y'all ain't been seeing the real of what can be done to its max because one, I'm not finna just give you my best, for free. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of beats out there on YouTube, almost nearly 200 beats. You know what I mean? And that's why I tell cats all the time, holler at me, get with me, you know what I'm saying? If you want things changed in the beats, you don't want to come out here, link up with me, you know what I'm saying, record, whatever. We can always change something. But for the most part, I'm giving you samples, man, of what I'm doing, you know, of what I can do. You know what I'm saying? anything can be upgraded to a higher magnitude, you know. It's all about conversing. That's it. Communication, you know, and know what you're talking about when it comes to music. Know your instruments, you know. If you want to try to get a sound, if you want a producer to know a sound that you're trying to add to a beat, it helps that you know instruments. Because blah, 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 blah ain't going to help nobody. I can't hear what's going on in your head. You know what I'm saying? But I can give you sax, and it can sound like that, but you might not be hearing a sax. You could be hearing a brass or a tuba, anything, or all of them. That's why this shit is just deep, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's deep. You know, and that's why you got to give credit to where credit's due. You know what I'm saying? Had to set up several hours, made, create beats, man. You know, you can find something that you could do something with. Take that and run with it, man. Especially if it's free. You know what I'm saying? Take these tracks, man, and make them shine. Make them work for you, you know? Because everybody ain't finna do the next thing, you know, somebody else style for you, man. You know what I mean? Nobody. You're too busy trying to develop their own. You know, like, you know, for an example, you, like I say, DJ Quick. You can't go to DJ Quick and ask DJ Quick for a Led Zeppelin beat. It's not gonna happen. He gonna tell you go to Led Zeppelin in there or some other rock, you know, some other rock groups, nigga, whatever. He may be able to refer you to, but he ain't Led Zeppelin. That's what he gonna tell you. But I can give you, you know, my style of rock and roll, and that could be like a mixture of hip hop with it just the guitar going, hey, but that's as close as this man knows how to get to that. So, if you want that true, you really want to be happy, or whatever it is that you're seeking for, you know what I'm saying? Go to that source, you know what I'm saying? You know, singers, you don't have to sound like nobody else. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to sound like these other cats whining on auto tune. If you can sing, sing. You don't need auto tune if you got a voice. Now these cats out here that, you know, actually rappers, raspy voice like mine, yeah, y'all need some auto tune and some female additions added, you know. Yeah, I'm gonna tell the truth. Y'all put female blend into your music. You know what I'm saying? Half of y'all can't sound like that. You know what I'm saying? It's only a couple of dudes that, like I say, Mo3 can really sing. You know, do his thing without no auto tune. You know, it's a couple cats that was able to, you know, it's able to do that, but not everybody can do it. You know, this sing rap, that's what I call it, sing rap. And I come from the days of original hip hop, and I don't have no conflict in creating melodic type of beats, not at all. Cause you can go check out my page. I got a gang of different type of beats, different type of beats. None of my beats sound the same. You know what I mean? They all mixed up. You know what I mean? I'm a soulful dude. I like some stuff with some soul, some feel to it. You know, uh, something that makes some sense, basically. You know that's me. But yeah, man, stay original, man. Stay genuine. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Let nobody tell you different. It's always a need for something different in the game because somebody is tired and fed up with the same old, same old. You know, like I said, the T-Pain thing. Oh my God! Oh man, we were annoyed. All the people that wanted to use this sound. Oh my God! And you still got a few of them, you know, here and there, you know. But now they using it in a different manner. You know what I mean? They're not using it so much like he used it. They're using a lighter tone of it right now. You know, and heavy layering on tracks. You know, with vocals basically. You know, but Yeah, man. Stay true to you. Let nobody make you feel bad about, being an original creator, what I'm saying, of your content. You know what I'm saying? No matter what it is that you do. You know, if you believe in it, there's somebody else that's looking and searching and waiting for it. You know what I mean? Trust that. You know. Uh, and I'm gonna end that just like that, man. You know what I'm saying? Much love. You know what I'm saying? Again, stay real to you.